So the 1510 to Glasgow Central isn't actually up yet. As you can see, it just says it's being prepared, which, if I'm getting the right one there. So I already know that this will be platform 1. Although the station's not too busy, I'll just head down that way now and get on and get settled, or at least be down at the platform before everybody else comes. It makes a difference when you know ahead of the platform number, especially when times are busier than this. You just sort of get yourself down there and get on. There's nothing worse than getting on a train and you want a good seat and there's all these people in front of you plittering about, fidgeting. It's like, come on, move, I want a seat. So anyway, your platform 1 is here, and obviously it's not up there yet, but I already know the platform anyway. It's normally either platform 1 or 14. The Avanti West Coast Services to Glasgow Central. Obviously it can change, but you just sort of use your common sense. Have a look about, and there she is sitting over there. So I'll get down there waiting beforehand and then I'll get on. So anyway, I shall continue this video in a little minute or two. So this is the 1510 Avanti West Coast Service to Glasgow Central. Obviously I'm going to Carlisle. So platform 1, as I said before, I'm down first before everybody else. Just the way I like it. Get on and get your seats. I'm in coach Jai. First class, of course. Only the best for Mr. Globetrotter. And I am seat 16. So obviously if it's not a good seat, then I just pick a better seat. Here we go. So this is my seat here, seat 16.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast
So here we go.
to Glasgow Central.
So here we go. That will do me lovely jubbly.
Calling at Crewe.
1510 Avanti West Coast Service up to Glasgow Central, leaving London Euston bang on time, as always. I always find this a very good service. Very rarely when I'm using it, and I use it quite a lot, it's always usually on time. So it's a great service. So leaving Euston Station for about a 3 hours and 20-minute journey up to Carlisle. It does take an extra 10 minutes at the moment because it's stopping in an additional station at Crewe. Normally this service goes straight to Warrington Bank Quay in Cheshire, and that's normally the first stop. But because of all this, it's stopping at Crewe, which isn't a big hardship.
To Glasgow Central.
So yes.
Calling at Crewe, Warrington Bank Quay, Wigan North Western, Preston,
leaving
Lancaster,
now.
Oxenholme Lake District, Carlisle.
It's fairly quiet, but in this carriage, but I noticed the other 3 first class carriages were a bit busier. And then obviously you've got the 7 standard class carriages in the front of this service.
Say it, sorted.
Yep. And just outside there you can see the Grand Union Canal. We stopped here at a signal. In fact, we didn't really stop that long, maybe about 10-15 seconds. And the journey continues. We're bang on schedule. Looking at the time, yep. Well, we're now passing through Stafford, which is the county town of Staffordshire. There's a London North Western Railway there, and you can see it's actually started to rain now. Yes, Stafford is the county town of Staffordshire, the main town of Staffordshire. Quite a nice part of the country this as well, worth a visit. Yeah, not much else to say about it really, just if you get a chance, visit it really. The journey's going quite good at the moment, so scheduled to be in Carlisle around 1846, where I make my connection for Dumfries, which is at 1920. I kept thinking it was at 1912, but that's because I normally come back on a Sunday, which is that's the exact time it is. It's 1912, so I've got a few minutes extra in Carlisle. Still prefer this to driving, you know, it's relaxing. You can just enjoy the journey, look at the scenery, and have a few wee drinks as well. Having a little vodka with some Tesco low-calorie soda water with lime. Actually, that's really nice, so I'd recommend that. It's quite good. So yeah, the train's quite quiet in this carriage. This is Jai, and I've got seat 16. But believe it or not, don't be sort of delusionised by what you see with this carriage, because it's quite quiet here. But then if you go back 3 carriages, sorry, no, what's this Jai? Yeah, so if you go back 2 carriages and a carriage in front, they're actually busier. And then obviously in front of that you've got standard class carriages, which are 7 carriages in front of this, and they're even much busier. Obviously not as busy as that would normally be, but you know, people are starting to travel again, and rightly so too. We can't all be wrapped up in a cotton woolen bubble for the rest of our lives. You've just got to get out there and do what you want to do, and don't worry what the haters think about what you do. As long as you, common sense, you know, as long as you feel okay and wash your hands regularly, keep your distance from people, there's no problem at all. But it doesn't matter what you do in life, you're always going to get an arsehole that'll put you down or say something negative. But you just look at these people as though they're nothing, because at the end of the day that's exactly what they are. So yeah, there we go. But anyway, we'll not go into that subject because that could be a whole different story. So yeah, journey going well. Weather pretty good. It's been a bit of clouds on the way up and sunshine, and I think there was a little shower before there, but it's sort of disappeared now. So yeah. Approaching Crewe in Cheshire. Crewe is known as a large railway junction and home to Crewe Works for many years. It was a major railway engineering facility for manufacturing and overhauling locomotives, but now much reduced in size. From 1946 until 2002 it was also home of Rolls-Royce motor car production. So yeah, Crewe has got a lot of history about it. Well, it's mainly built for the railway, to be honest. It was you get connections from here to South Wales, Cardiff, Swansea, also stations to North Wales, Holyhead, in Manchester, Piccadilly, etc. It's quite a big railway junction, to be honest. You can just practically go wherever you want. Birmingham New Street. So yes, we're just approaching Crewe in a few minutes. I've maybe started this video a little bit early, but never mind. Obviously bear with us, people, because this is my first time really doing a YouTube blog like this, so it's probably not the best, but practice makes perfect. No, is that right? Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, so we're approaching Crewe in Cheshire. I've had a few journeys to Crewe in the past. It's got the Heritage Centre as you at the north side of the station. There's the old Intercity. Who remembers the Intercity Class 82, eh? Intercity, eh? Back in the day. Yeah. That brings back memories. Although I'm not really that old, but, well, getting old, but I do remember that. So, yep, approaching Crewe, which is served by Avanti West Coast Services, and also, well, Transport for Wales obviously use this station, and London North Western Railway, which used to be London Midland. Warrington Bank Quay. This is the second stop on this service.
Please use any available doors. Just be ready to depart. Please use any available doors.
Yeah, so this station is Warrington Bank Quay in Cheshire, which actually is home to Unilever, where they make a lot of different products here. In fact, you'll see this on the left hand side as we leave. Yeah, you can change here for services to North Wales, Holyhead, Rill, etc. Actually, when I remember when I came down here last year, I changed here and then I got a service to Shrewsbury, but that was an unusual service because normally you have to go to Crewe to get that, but they were running that to Shrewsbury from here. So I did that when I changed here. Yes, it's like any of these places. It's always like to get out and explore them. In actual fact, it's quite nice when you get out there and go into the town centre. You know, it's places you probably wouldn't see if, because normally a lot of these places people just change trains, unless obviously you live here. So yeah, so I'll go back to my seat, and it might be too late to show the video of this Unilever factory. This sits on the left hand side of the station. Yes, I've missed it. Oh well, never mind. Anyway,
Wigan North Western, Preston,
Wigan North Western is next, in Greater Manchester. And that's the next
something that doesn't look right,
station.
Speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
Well, the announcements in this train sound like me. They sound a bit like a parrot. Wigan North Western in Greater Manchester. Wigan's about 16 miles northwest of Manchester and about 10 miles west of Bolton. Wigan is home to Wigan Pier, which played some of the best dance tunes. It was a club, it's no longer there now. I actually remember going to that years ago. Very good indeed. So yeah. So this is Wigan North Western, as I said before, in Greater Manchester, an Avanti West Coast Service there, heading down to London Euston. It's a great service, this, like, absolutely amazing. Never have any problems with it whatsoever. You always get people in the UK moaning about the railway, but you know, if it's 5 or 10 minutes late, people will moan and complain, but yet, you know, you could travel in a car and be 20 minutes, 30 minutes late because of an accident or a breakdown or traffic. So to be honest, there's not really much difference, is there? Obviously the train's quicker anyway, because it can go faster. You know, you've not got traffic.
Preston, Lancaster, Oxenholme Lake District,
yeah.
Carlisle.
There we go, Wigan. And also Wigan is home of Uncle Joe's mint balls, which is down there. I think I've seen it before. Well, I've seen it a minute. There we go. I can't really get it because of the trees, but if you see through the trees there, Uncle Joe's mint balls are made there. They're quite, and Santa's toffees. Kind of looks like Coronation Street a bit. And that's a nice part of the country. I love to sort of see different places. What's that great saying? Travelling broadens the mind, which is very true. It makes you see that it's not the same everywhere. I hear that saying where I live, oh Jason, it's the same everywhere, but absolute rubbish. It's not. People just say that to make themselves feel better. In fact, a lot of the people that say that haven't really been very far in their life. Maybe the once or twice a year holiday, and that's about it. They don't really travel much in the UK. So I think they should keep their opinions to themselves, but there you go. So yeah, so just heading up. The next station stop is Preston in the heart of Lancashire. Preston got city status in 2002, and it's the most populous city in Lancashire. So yeah, we're heading up to there now, and that's what will be our next stop. So this is Preston in the heart of Lancashire. This is where the London Euston staff change over and the Glasgow Central staff board. As far as I believe, it's just really the train manager and driver that changes. The catering staff continue from London all the way to Glasgow Central. So yeah, sunny Preston in the heart of Lancashire. Preston got city status in 2002, and it's the most populated city in Lancashire. So there we go, that's another wee learning curve. So just getting ready to depart. Staff changeover here. Oh, very prompt departure. Yeah, it's a lot quicker than it used to be. I used to sit here a while, but obviously, so that's us leaving Preston. You can catch trains to Blackpool North and Blackpool South from Preston, also Manchester, but
Glasgow Central
and Leeds as well. Also, it makes sense. So if you're getting a train from Carlisle to Manchester, obviously you'd get on the service direct.
If you see something that doesn't look
rather than
right,
having to change at Preston, you know, it makes sense to do that. There's Northern service.
61016.
That'll probably go into Blackpool North, I would imagine. There's the front of my train, you can just see it. Bloody hell, it's a long train, it's 11 carriages, mind you. There's Northern service leaving Preston. Obviously first class is normally in a normal times before COVID, and after COVID you'll have a set table with cutlery, napkins, glasses, and also a trolley service. But you don't get that at the moment. They're asking you to go up to the shop, which is in coach C, to get your complimentary service. So you can do that and get you can get whatever they provide, but normally it's you get all the alcohol. I don't think they're giving you the alcohol, so well, I just brought my own anyway. Not that I'm having much. I'll eat Heineken now. So yeah, that's us leaving Preston, but it's not long in speeding up. Next station stop is Lancaster in Lancashire, which is also the county town of Lancashire, which will be about, I would say, about 15-20 minutes. It's not that long really away. You also pass Morecambe Bay, but it's very hard to get a picture of that, or a video I should say, because you only get a quick glimpse of it. But the service is going well at the moment. Approaching historic Lancaster. A fab journey. Lancaster Canal there. Lancaster Station. So this is Lancaster Station, historic Lancaster. Next stop is Oxenholme in the Lake District. So leaving Lancaster bang on time, where our next stop will be Oxenholme in the Lake District. Lancaster's a very historic city. We'll be crossing the River Lune in a few minutes' time.
Welcome on board.
I'm not sitting at the best side. I usually like to sit in the right hand side of the train direction of travel, which is that side, but they're trying to keep people off the aisle, so I'm having to sit on the left. This is the side I would normally sit on the way down to London, but anyway, I'm not complaining. I've got a good seat. So this is all quite a new build, and that is the River Lune in Lancaster. Right down there is Heysham, where you can get the ferry to the Isle of Man if you go right down the river there. It's a very historic city, Lancaster. Well, although Preston is Lancashire, Lancaster is the county town. Lancaster is a smaller city, but it's a county town. As Preston's a lot bigger, it's much more population. So yeah, we're heading north now. Not be too long till Carlisle. Got the beautiful Lake District to go through, and then I think we stop at Penrith. Yes, I think we do, if I remember. it's hard to keep up, although I do this journey quite often. They change it a lot now, but there we go. Just lovely to get out and see things and do things. Approaching Oxenholme, the Lake District. Change here for services to Kendal and Windermere. In fact, you can actually see Kendal over there from here. Oxenholme, the Lake District. We'll have a little exploring of this. This is Oxenholme, the Lake District. So yes, you get services from here to Kendal and Windermere and stations in between.
Welcome on board this Avanti West Coast Service
the beautiful scenery just in the...
Central. Calling
If I zoom there, you can
Carlisle.
see how beautiful it is. Beautiful part of the country, this. So we're leaving Oxenholme, the Lake District, and we're stopped at Penrith next. So yeah, we're getting to Carlisle at 18:46. Everything's on time, as I thought it would be. Normally is. So I will move over to the right hand side to get some video footage from the right hand side, because it's got better scenery once you leave. I'll just wait until a little bit, but another 5 minutes in the journey. I'll move over to that side and get a few pictures from the window there. Videos, I keep saying pictures, a few videos. As I say folks, this is the first time, well, I did a little video on the way down a little while ago, but this is the first time I've really done sort of something like this for as long, you know, like commentary. I'm not very good at, don't really like seeing myself in video or listening to my voice, but well, it's only my voice, I can't change it, so I get a lot of criticism with that at home where I live. You know, it must be because I speak properly. But anyway, we'll not go there, because you've unbelievable where I live, how many how folk are judgmental about you. You know, you just, but there you go. Same everywhere? Nah, I don't think so. My travelling experience has told me it's different. Certainly not the same everywhere. But there you go, you'll never change these people. So that's Kendal. You can see Kendal there. I don't know if I can zoom in. The sunshine is. Yeah, so that's Kendal in view. Absolutely beautiful, this part, you know. So yeah, so I'll stop this now and I'll continue. So I just moved to the right hand side to get a shot of this part, because this is a good view here. You get I do love this journey from London Euston to Carlisle and vice versa. Well, even up to Glasgow Central as well, it's quite nice. I'd be quite tempted to go to Glasgow Central and come back in myself, but because obviously I just change it Carlisle for Dumfries. I've done that many a time where I've just continued on to Glasgow Central and then waited an hour or two there and got the train back to Dumfries, but obviously I'm working tomorrow so I won't bother with that, but normally I would do that. Well, not normally, but sometimes I would. It's a beautiful journey through here. You know, if I was to drive this journey from, well, Folkestone where I started off, and from London, I mean, I often go to London, but I'd never see all this because you're concentrating on the road, and it's all this is much quicker than driving, no question about it, much quicker. Railway is definitely the best way to travel in my eyes. Well, obviously if you're flying abroad, you know, aeroplanes quicker that way, but within this country, if you live where I live and you're going to London, the train is quicker because the time you get to the airport and flutter about, taking your car, parking it, check-in time, and then when you get to London or wherever you are, whether it's London or Glasgow, then you've got to get into central London. It's so much quicker this. Believe me, I've flown before and I wouldn't recommend it. Not within the UK. Obviously if I lived in Aberdeen and was flying, I wanted to go to London Heathrow. Well, Aberdeen's got an airport, and Heathrow, yeah, it would be quicker that way, but not where I live. So yeah, we pass through here. Sometimes I think my phone's better than this. This is bloody unbelievable. Bit blurry. Wait to get it. Here we go. So we continue. So this is sort of T-Bay. Oh well, we didn't stop at Penrith. That's Penrith there as we passed by. We've just actually passed by the station, or sped by it. So yeah, we didn't stop on this occasion. Yeah, it's really strange because sometimes I've got this 1510 from Euston and occasionally it stops at Penrith, but no, it didn't stop tonight. So yeah, so it's Carlisle next station stop. Not that far away actually. My God, the weather. Jeez, it's really nice actually. Normally the further north you go, the worse it gets. Well, that's what the stereotype of it is, but it doesn't always work that way. But yeah, obviously the south get warmer weather normally. But it can turn around, it can be warmer up here and colder down here, but yeah, in general the south get the warmer weather. So yeah, sorry about the quality through that window. There's a lot of glass reflection, but anyway, so yeah, Carlisle will be coming up quite soon actually. I think one must drink his Heineken before getting off at Carlisle. Absolutely fab journey as usual. So yeah, approaching Carlisle. This is where I get off next, which is just coming up this train continues on to Glasgow Central, which is only about an hour and 5, an hour and 10 minutes in this train once it leaves here. But the train I get from Carlisle to Dumfries takes about, from Carlisle it's about 2 hours 20 minutes, but I think it's only going as far as Dumfries tonight. Sometimes it's actually quicker where I live in Dumfries to get the train from Dumfries to Carlisle and catch it up to Glasgow Central or Edinburgh Waverley, depending where you want to go. You can also go to Lockerbie as well. You can get a bus or take your car. I've got a car, but I prefer to I just use the car for my work and jaunting about town and whatever I need to do. I actually prefer to use the train for doing my long distances and that. It's much better in my opinion. You know, you can, people say at least with a car you can leave at any time. Well, basically you can do that with the train. You know, if you decide to leave at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you don't have long to wait in a train. There'll be one around that time. You know, so to me it doesn't, that sort of doesn't really affect me. It always serves my purpose and it's absolutely amazing. Anybody that really criticises the railways in the UK, well, they really piss me off, because I think, you know, I do a lot of this. Yes, of the problems, of the delays, but I've been to Italy, France, Germany. They all have the same problem, not just the UK. But anyway, this is Carlisle, City of the Lakes, and the great border city. I better get up and get myself off here, but luckily I've left my bags here. I already done that. So here we go, Carlisle. So arrived in Carlisle bang on time actually. What a fab journey that was. So this train now continues up to Glasgow Central. Make sure I put my mask on properly. Yeah, so Avanti West Coast Service, I shall just let you see that. It says it on the digital display, if you can see in there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, so this is Avanti West Coast Service, 1847. It's now getting ready to depart, and this is the service, the 1510 from London Euston. Normally this leaves at 15:30, but because of the situation with things, it leaves at 15:10 because it leaves in it stops at additional stop at Crewe in Cheshire. So yeah, absolutely fab journey and a fab company, amazing. So yeah. So that continues on to Glasgow Central in 1 hour 10 minutes. That will be there, isn't that amazing? I mean, you could never drive from here to bloody Glasgow Central in 1 hour and 10 minutes, no chance. You know, just a fab way to travel. And always be my favourite way to travel. So anyway, yeah, Carlisle, City of the Lakes, and the great border city. Oh, there's the Royal Mail. Wonder if my letter's in there. I did post a letter. Oh no, it's going the wrong way actually. Oh well, that's not my letter. Anyway, Carlisle, City of the Lakes. Here we are. Got my train at 7:20, or in railway terms 19:20. Yeah, beautiful. So here we go. So anyway, that's me heading now for the 1920 to Dumfries. Well, it doesn't leave for another 20 minutes yet. Scotrail Service. Normally this used to go to Glasgow Central, but it only goes as far as Dumfries at the moment. In fact, I don't think I'll be able to get on it at the moment, but anyway. So yeah, this is the train back home. So this is the train to Dumfries. He's opened the doors, so I can now get in and continue my journey. Well, I disagree with that. We'll see about that. Anyway, this is the train to Dumfries. The 1920 service. Oh, this is my favourite sort of seat, sitting on the right hand side with a window. Get myself settled, and here we go. That's it. So the journey continues, which is about 35 minutes, 36 minutes or so from here. Continue on to Dumfries, Gretna Green, and then Dumfries. Then it's just a short walk home. Well, that's us on our way up to Dumfries, about a 35-36 minute journey from Carlisle. It's very quick actually. Normally this train would continue to Glasgow Central, but this is the last train from Carlisle during this time. So yeah, the next stop is Gretna Green, Annan and Dumfries. This is a 4-carriage train which has got 2 units together. Everybody seems to have went into the rear coach carriage, so I just came along a bit and got a carriage to myself. I've always noticed that at Carlisle, people don't think to sort of walk up the platform a bit. They all just get into the carriage that's closest to when they come on. But if you walk up a bit, you can get a better seat and, you know, get a bit more. Basically, at the moment, you can get a carriage to yourself. There's another 2 carriages in front of this which are empty. So, yeah. First station stop in this service, Gretna Green. This is the first station stop over the border in South West Scotland. Next stop is Annan after this, and then Dumfries, where is the final station. Yeah, so here, that's it. Annan station, and then the next stop is Dumfries.
This train is for Dumfries.
Continue on to Dumfries after
Next
this.
stop is Dumfries. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Leaving Annan this time.
Next stop is Dumfries.
A couple of people got on here. Heading to Dumfries now. You can tell I'm kind of new to this kind of thing because I keep repeating myself a bit, but there you go. Like I say, people don't need to watch it if they don't want to, I suppose. So we're crossing the river Annan and Annan. Annan's about 17 miles from Dumfries, 16-17 miles. And we cross the river Annan. And nice sunset tonight actually. So approaching Dumfries now. On the right hand side where I'm sitting, you pass sort of Cornwall Mount Police Station. There's Morrison's on the left. And yeah, it's been a great journey, all like clockwork.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train.
So here we go, there's Cornwall Mount Police Station. You can see that there. And this is us approaching Dumfries Station where this train terminates. Doesn't go any further. So this has arrived at Dumfries Station with this train. We'll continue back to the depot. I'll just give you a little brief view of the station. Scotrail Service, Dumfries. And also this station was awarded the best station in the United Kingdom 1986 and 1987. If I remember rightly, let me just see, yep. Best station 1986 and 1987. And yeah, a lot of history here as well. My dad used to work here before he got transferred over to Lockerbie Station. So yeah, so that's it. This is Dumfries Station, and I shall finish this video just shortly. Really nice night actually. I was thinking that I was going to need to have a big umbrella and raincoat on for you. I'll just give you a wee look at this part of the station. They really do keep this station nice, like, they really do. And that's it. And the old light up there, I think I can remember that as a kid, seeing that lit up. I'm sure I remember that. That's quite a long time ago, but so anyway, we'll go out here and I'll just give you a quick glimpse of the station hotel. So that's the station hotel in Dumfries. Really nice building actually. Well, zoom it up there, you can see the top of the spire. And this is where you get buses to. You can get buses to Stranraer, well, Castle Douglas, Stranraer, Lockerbie from here, and I'll tell you something. It's the cheapest car park in the country. I do a lot of travelling. 50p a day. Now, where can you park at a railway station for 50p a day? Now they say non-rail users, but what is it? Non-rail users is £2, and weekly is £8, and monthly is £30. But they wouldn't know if you're a non-rail user, because you can actually go and buy a ticket at the station to park here without saying where you're going. So you can get here. It's 50p a day. Well, it is the cheapest station to park your car. In actual fact, if you did park your car and didn't have a ticket, they wouldn't really bother too much. And that's it. And that's that train heading back to the depot. Where it'll go overnight and it'll probably get cleaned and all that. And that's it really.